everybody and welcome to the Gladiator Guild Manager Guide. So, first things, we're gonna talk about resources, building and so on, and then we're gonna skip to our gladiators, the classes, stats, how to combine them good and so on. So, let's get from the start. We have few resources, money, it's used for mainly everything from buying items, gladiators, paying salaries and so on. So it's our, let's say, main resources. Wood and stone and metal are used in two things. So for building some guild buildings or for upgrading items. These here are items. And we have mana crystals. They are used in mainly leveling up some of the skills and traits of our characters. In this case, guild members. Now, besides this part here, we have here three fractions which are working with us. So they are peasants, they are exalted or elves, and they are undead. Basically, each of them will present you with some quests. Now there are two types of quests. One type where they will request something for you and give you, like, let me show you an example.
We spotted a big poisonous monster from Witch Swamp on its way to the town. The witches have decided to test my patience.
So, this is a regular quest for them. Now, this quest will raise our reputation here by 80, so I have it capped, but it can be raised for this and these guys, but there are different kind of quests where they will attack other faction and you will have here, besides the reward, you will have a penalty with them. Let's say -20, -30 or whatever. So be careful of that. It is important to have a higher relations with all of them because they will give you some of their gladiators, they will give you different kind of gifts over time. Now, since we have covered this, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. When you open a quest, you have a difficulty level, so be careful of this. You have how many gladiators you can put on the field. You have usually here monsters which you will fight in. You have option to accept, decline quest, or you can, let's say, talk to them a little bit more about all of this, like this.
The witch swamps have been a persistent thorn in the side of the people of Deadwoods for a very long time.
And they will give you more and more information.
They were persecuted in Tyrol a long time ago, and found the uninhabited Deadwood swamps a lovely new home for themselves. Way back, about 500 years ago, after the dead from the Crimson Storm catastrophe had been cleared up, but Deadwood was still empty. So, when our people finally started coming back to this region, they were welcomed by a new danger, the Blighter Swamp Witches. The kingdom was in great need of iron, and Hollow Mountain was a very promising source. The decision was made, and a bridge was sent to deal with the swamp freaks, led by the legendary General Godric. The battle was eventually won, leaving only a few stubborn tribes of witches hidden deep within the swamps. Tribes that keep causing problems to this day.
So as you can see now they have given a story and you can decide like, I don't want to help them, whatever the fuck. But it's for the other topic. Now, few things more. Besides this, you have timeline. So whenever you move the place here, time will move and certain things will change. Now, every 7 days, okay, we're going to talk about this first. We have crafting tools and trait blueprints. So these things are very important for the following. Besides these are resources you will get from every combat. And they are used, so I want to upgrade this item. Item comes, as you can see, in basic, it comes in rare, and it comes in epic. So we don't have epic at the moment, let me show you. So it comes in epic form, and there are two kind of items. So there are items with a number. These are consumables, by the way. Okay. I think I swapped something or not. Doesn't matter now. Now you can upgrade every item from basic for the resources here, as you can see, and you need 3 of this. As you can see, we don't have it. From basic to rare, from rare to epic. But things like, let us open shop, things like this is an ordinary thing, you cannot upgrade it, as you can see. And here in the shop you can buy very much different items. Money is not big a problem in a later game, so you can pick anything from here easily. And of course, if you don't like it, you can use this to upgrade shop. From next time I will pay 45 coins, and so on and so on. Same goes for the Gladiator. We have market here for them too. You can see these guys require a house for them to be built, so we cannot purchase them still, but I can do the same as for the market items. Now, this button here, Guild, it has few main buildings here, and it has houses for the, or quarters for the gladiators. So it goes up to 3 levels, as you can see. Okay, this is tavern, but we're gonna use barracks as for example. So it is 3rd level, it is housing knights, and it gives them a 50% bonus. Now this is 2nd level house, it houses these guys, and they only get 25 point experience. And we have first, it doesn't give us any experience, but it allows us to recruit these guys, shadow mages. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of different classes, and I haven't still finished this run, so a few more classes should appear. And as for the main building, they're gladiator houses, so this allows you to expand these slots. You start, I think, like with half of these slots, rest you have to unlock through raising this building. This is for the items. As you can see here, I can pay 45 wood, and I will expand here more, and so on. And now we have maxed this building too. Reviving temple, so whenever Gladiator gets killed, it takes time to revive him, few days. The higher the level of this is, the larger the bonus. Here, 400% boost. This is for, it allows you basically to, if you screw up here, in leveling up your character, you can reset it, so it's handy. This allows you to upgrade traits for gladiators, so at this level it allows us to level 3, so here, level 3 trait. And we have item workshop. It allows us to upgrade items, obviously, and that is basically it from building. It's not complicated, so few buildings here and bunch of buildings here. Okay, let's upgrade this. Okay, now as for the items, they come in few shapes, as I said. They come as consumables, they come as regular items, or they come, I separated them like this. So we're gonna start, let's say, with a knight. This is our main tank in the team. Every character, besides his name and everything, has here description of every skill. So keep in mind, besides that, what is his main stat. This is what you want to pack. Now, I'm gonna make you a few suggestions. The higher the level he is, the more of these slots will be opened. At the start, all of these slots, maybe but 1 or 2 will be locked, because you will be level 1. Here is your experience bar. Every experience will give you 5 points to spend on this. Now, okay, let's see. This one is leveling up, so 5 points. His strength, his main type is strength. So every time I add here point, it will not only increase our health. Sorry, it won't increase our health, but will increase our damage here, as you can see. So keep that in mind. Now there are some classes that are mixed, like this one, as you can see. His damage is depend on this, even if he's intelligence guy, but he has a heal also, and this heal is tied to the intelligence, so you have to raise 2 slots for him, 2 stats for him. Now I would suggest you for every character along the way to pump up a little bit health and stamina. It can be risen through the items, but had at least 500 to 1k of stamina, also 2k, 2.5k of health for casters, and for the soft targets like this one, you pump up 3k for the liners like Warlock or and such guys, and you pump like 5k or maybe more for your tanks. Now, strength, agility, and intelligence in generally pump up the damage of any skill, but now comes the tricky part. You have execution time and cooldown for every skill. So execution time is how much your character needs to land the hit, and this is how much this skill is on cooldown before it can be used again. Every time you upgrade agility, you can lower this number and this number also. So keep that in mind. Your characters get quicker. Sometimes some things cannot be, as you can see here, minimum is 0.25%, so it cannot go underneath it. Also here 1.2, so keep that in mind. Everything is so on this stat is as you can see here, we increase it by intelligence, so you need few of these stats risen a little bit, but keep in mind your main stats for fighters are health and strength. Now, besides that, so we have skills. On every skill you can basically click and read what it writes. You have stats here. You have items here. So depending on your class, you want to add something like this. So I generally tend to add the items. It adds 12 strengths. So I have one of these item on every character, one. So it can be like this guy. First attack makes enemy lose control and run terror for 8 seconds. Let's say this guy has same item, but they are fire, so it sets them on fire. I have also ice blades and frost blades, sorry, and so on. Besides that, you have skill. This is also great for tanks, so it reflects 30% damage, so it is so good for tanks, which absorb majority of damage. And you have mixed items like this. This is also excellent item for now, because not only it adds 30 strength, it adds 800 health, so it is great. 60% more damage to melee, and he uses melee. And yeah, I have on majority, if I manage to get some good pets, so this can be very helpful, especially in combats where you fight with a fewer, because it basically adds you one more character. Okay, so we got this covered. Now let's talk about traits. Every of these items, like I said, can be upgraded. Here this is maxed, but let's see, ordinary items cannot be upgraded, as you can see. But let's see some other characters. So this one we can upgrade it, but we're missing this at the moment. Now, as for this, we also are using blueprints for upgrading this. This one costs 1, 2, 3, 4 for every leveling up. So as you can see here, we can pick for a list of different traits. So this guy is a frontliner, so I picked for him to be an old vampire. It restores 10% of maximum HP, so it is overpowered. And then you start with level 1, and you need to pay with mana crystals and these blueprints, so you can level up this skill. There is a lot of skill, but let me suggest you few which are good. Besides this one is maybe one of the best. This one is very overpowered, especially for the guys who use a lot of stamina. So one more thing I'm gonna say, this thing is very important. Every hit drains every cast of spell. Everything you do in this game will drain this. So I would suggest you to have a minimum of 1k of stamina for majority of your characters. Casters, which are way back in the third line of your fight, can have less than this, maybe 600, 800, but this guy definitely misses more stamina. Now, as for the fighting in this game, okay, we're gonna talk about classes, then we're gonna talk about the fighting. So I have split these guys into few categories. We have tanks here. There are different kind of tanks. There are fighters which are like this one. This is more of the damage dealer. And there is tank like this guy. He is more, as you can see, he has much less strength than this guy, but has much more health. And he also has a skill which attracts other enemies towards him. So he's like our main tank. And you can make different kind of builds. Also, this guy's intelligence. So he's support and healer and tank. And as you can see, he has relatively high intelligence and relatively high health for a healer. But I use him in the front line. He's also in the category of the fighters. We have range agility guys. So these guys are like shooting. Also, I'm gonna show you one good skill. Let me just one good trait. This one, firm as a rock. As you can see, cannot be knocked, stunned, or terrified. Also, this guy has. Let me see. No, there is. Here it is. Cannot be set on fire, frozen, poisoned, bleed, or made cursed. So this is also overpowered. Now, this guy's agility, main strength. So these guys will shoot. Are like the PSA. Even if he is strength, he's a very good damage dealer. This is a special unit given from elves. We have chasers. So these guys are also agility, but when you see this marking, this means they will generally tend to avoid the frontliners, their tanks, and go around for the casters and softer targets like agility and the PSA. This guy is amazing. I'm planning to make one more of this because he can go into the stealth, avoid whole front combat, and one shot basically one soft guy behind. So I plan to make one or two more of these guys. This guy is the same, only he's not invisible, but I have given him this until he uses his first ability. He's invisible, so these two guys are very good. I use them in a lot of combats. Now we come to the mages. This all sections here is for the intelligence guy. They use main stat intelligence only. These two guys are summoners, so he will generally rise dead. And this guy will summon imps until some time. Then he will summon some big demon, which is overpowered. He's like 10 times level of him and unnormal. If you give him time to summon this, he can basically clear majority of your enemies. It's unreal, but he needs time for it. These guys are supporters. They are damage dealers, but also this one is more crowd controlling, and this one is also crowd controlling, but he debuffs enemies. These guys are pure damage dealers. This one has AoE fireball and sets everyone on fire. This one has AoE freeze and also can freeze enemies for freezing them for 5 seconds. So this one is most powerful damage dealer at my opinion in the game, because not only of this, because he has a range bigger than any other caster in the game, and you can basically put him out of the harm's way at the end of the map and he will freeze many enemies, as you will soon see. Then we have healers, these guys. So we have basically shaman, we have druid, and we have priest. I have two shamans. Now this guy is not a classical healer. He will place totems that heal, but he can place 2 or more of these totems. Also has totem of fire, and he has proven that he's best healer, better than these guys, because these guys can, especially priest, can be one shot by some types, and he's as you can see here, I have pump up more health into him, so he's relatively hard to kill. I plan to make 4k points for him, and these guys are also good healers in support to him, so I use in bigger fights like him and him, or him and him. And I have these two guys, which are basically debuffer, and this is for cleansing our team of debuffs, and this one is for debuffing them. And he has also ability to push all the enemies back, so he can be useful in some situations. Okay, so now we have covered the basic classes. Also, there, as you can see, there are more gladiators, but I don't use all these dwarves. I don't like them. They use something of the storm system, weather system, and it can ruin my other synergies for build like this. Now, you have a few places where you can fight. First one is Arena Classic, so Ring of Death Arena. So this one is available every 7 days. You have here every one of these buildings is a tournament building, bridge, town, and so on and so on. As you can see, the last one I haven't still uncovered. And this one you can visit every once 30 days. So when this comes to 30 days, there will be you will see soon there will be a tournament which consists of 8 rounds. And we have quests from these 3 fractions which can appear at any moment. So there is a lot of things to do. Now let's start fighting. We're gonna level up this guy really fast. So generally when I level up, I pump up 3 points into your main stat, and I tend to add a little bit here and here, maybe some movement. For this guy we're gonna add more stamina, and we're gonna add a little bit more movement. 20 movement is very good if you have for second line. Now let's start fighting. We're gonna start here. As you can see, we have fought through all of this, so we're gonna create new ones. Ooh, 10 versus 10. Now this is very good. I like these big battles. Now you can see their levels here, and usually these guys here are backliners. So now what do I tend to do? This one will be very troublesome because he's 2 times leveled our highest fighter, but this guy will come here. So we place 1 fighter, we place additional fighter here. So these guys are pretty tanky. This guy is also tanky, but he has a massive support, massive health. He has a massive number of health, so he can get beaten a lot, and also he will attract all of them to him, and the 3 of them should keep them occupied. Plus this guy can heal some of them. Now we're gonna add 1 healer for them, and we're gonna add 1 support healer. Okay, this guy is cast poison, so we're gonna take her because she's a cleanser. Among the skill has a cleanse, not only heal. Now we need 2 damage dealers. Let's say we're gonna put him. So this is our 3rd line, and we're gonna put him. And we're gonna do one more thing. I wanna get rid of these guys quickly. So I'm gonna put him here. This guy will, in majority of cases, avoid this and go here. But this guy will definitely avoid first line and go for them. And we have 1 more. We're gonna put inside. Okay, let's put 1 more damage dealer here. And this is also it. Now as you can see, half of them are frozen. Let's see, here we lost 1. You have different statistics, but now comes the reward. Let's see. Here we have got consumable, but we have got 2 of this, which is very important. Now, let's go to the next fight. Let's see what we got. We can do the...
We spotted a big poisonous monster from Witch Swamp on its way to the town. The witches have decided to test my patience.
Okay, we're fighting some monstrosity. Something big. I think it also shoots. Okay, so we're gonna put them like this. We're gonna give them healing support. So this guy will go now because he's more tankier. And we're also gonna put 1 cleanser. And we're gonna add him. He has invincibility shield for 8 seconds, so... We've beaten all the frontliners. Okay, I think we need to go versus him. Range.
You must stop that cursed frog!
Okay, we're gonna stop him, don't worry. We're gonna stop him, let's heal up our guys. Let's try once more. Now we're gonna try different tactics.
We spotted a big poisonous monster.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy ate our first line, poisonous breath. In enemy's area, three pushing them away, knocking. Training. Ooh, stamina. Okay, let's try something else versus him. We're gonna go range. So we're gonna take them. They will produce a lot of totems, which can be distraction for him. Also, this guy, Necromancer, is useless here. He will summon. And add more healers here. Have much damage dealers, that's the problem. Put him in. Let's test what happens to him. Not sure how he killed them all. He's moving. This was much better combination. Definitely. Okay, we learned something new.
Goodness me. It's a relief not having to see that giant frog reach my town. I will send scouts to find witch camps and end this nonsense for good. I'll reach out once we have their location.
Yeah, you do that. Glad we could help. Now, so as you can see, game is fairly easy. You need to just tune up your team. Also, you cannot use like only 2 or 3 or 5 characters constantly. You need to develop a much larger team, because there will be certain situations like this you saw last time where just some characters won't work. So like this guy and this guy, we put them and hit them in few seconds, but we only placed like certain characters far back and we beat him with no problems. We're gonna add a little bit more HP to you, and we're gonna add torches, and I'm gonna show you also tournament. Give me just a second. So now, once these two have passed, we have got the new gladiators here. Do we need someone? Not necessarily. Items, let's see, maybe there's some good item. 25 agility, this one is good. We're gonna buy this one. 30 agility. 6. Many good items. Nah, screw it, where I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wait a little bit more for the tier of items to get higher. Where was that? We're gonna sell this. This is something we have to give to someone who is willing. Here's one. I think this will be much better. Where here we stop tournament, yes. So we have paid the wages for our gladiators, 1k. And now let me show you the tournament. So there, as you can see, 12 arenas. I'm gonna show you all of them. As you can see, I have cleared all of them. Here are the trophies. So I have gone through every arena 2 or 3 times. I cleared them until I have no more problems at that level. Then I go to the next one. So this is, I haven't tried this level still. Now let's try to clear it, and then we're gonna move to the next one. Now let's see. Number of fights, number of trophies. Okay, so now this is the part I want to explain you. Besides the danger level or the difficulty, you will get these coupons, and as you can see, there is a chance to get some of these things. So depending on what you need, you may consider on getting some of these. On this coupon are the best, definitely, but the higher you go, the more danger level and the higher the threat here will be. And as you can see, we have here number of gladiators which can participate in any number of these combats. So we're gonna try the hardest. Now let's see. There's a lot of them, but luckily no one is above level 20. Now this guy is problematic. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put one fighter here to hold this group. Gonna put one fighter here to hold this group. I'm gonna take him, put him here. He'll go in invisibility and kill one of these guys. Definitely need more fighters. Here, here, and healer. One more healer. Not good. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Wait, no, this guy, this. Maybe he goes around and attack these guys here. We're gonna see. I need one damage dealer. Go, boys. You see, they went into Warlock and he's still alive because he had a bunch of HP. Nice. Now let's see if he lost someone. So if we lost someone during the tournament, there will be skull and we cannot use it until the end of the tournament, and their resurrection, of course. Stamina. Okay, we got this. Now let's go next fight. We're gonna go to these fights. Now these guys are the problem now, because they will ignore our front line and go back and try to kill our backliners, so we cannot use any soft targets. We'll have to be like this tanky team. So we're gonna use 4 fighters in the main line. This guy's a healer, this guy's a tank. We're gonna use one more healer. I think he will get killed, but I want to try something. I went for him. He summoned a demon now. Look at this monstrosity. 118th level. So if you buy him time, he'll be amazing. Amazing. As you can see, I use him a lot. He's 17 level. Nice. You go kill him. And one more here. Two tanks here. Healer for you guys. Healer for you guys. Right. No. Run. Ah, they killed the pyromancer. Shame. As you can see here, we'll ask him. Okay. We're gonna use 3 fighters here in main line. You go kill priests. Some healers. See how they have shield? I should have brought the debuffer here. And they will melt away. And further along we get in these stages, the harder the enemies will become. Okay. So they're gonna try to lure us in here. We're gonna go like this, wide. Also 2 healers. Let's get the cleanser. Since there will be a lot of fighting, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use necromancer also. I ain't gonna use him because he will try to get here, but we'll get in confrontation with these guys. So he's basically, but we can do it like this maybe. Well, let's try. Nice. So he went into backline, same as this guy. Also we have here pet from some character, which is very fast. Nice. These 2 guys do amazing job. Let's see. A little bit more, a lot more. Maybe shouldn't get her some speed. Okay, they will deal with them. Okay, we're gonna use 2 fighters here. No, these guys. This could work also very good. And fuck. Nice. Nice, we are on the row. We lost only one character so far. Okay, so their backline is problem. This. Something happened here. I think they killed some of our guys. One. Oh, they killed priests. Okay, one guy. Two guys, 7 fights so far. Nice. They killed the shaman also. Okay, so like this, and we go like this, like this. Necromancer, Shadow Mage Healer. These guys are trouble, so we're gonna use him. Tap, tap, tap. Here. There will be a lot of them. This guy could be useful. I'm gonna use him as main healer. Support heal. And then let's try him. Nice. These spiders are very tough. So we have won the tournament. Now we get to pick the next arena in 30 days. And we open the last one, of course. Ooh, nice. This is very nice item. I think it can be upgraded to 6 seconds. Some of our main guys are gonna carry this. I'm just not sure who still. But someone gotta carry this. 6 seconds invisibility, unreal. Maybe even 8. Someone has it. 8 seconds. Unreal. Let's see. No new houses for now. So basically this is it. All I can give you on, let's say, basic guide. We can go deeper into the skills, but maybe we'll leave it for some other video. Maybe not, we'll see. As you can see, main thing you have to keep in mind is to have good synergies of the heroes. So you need few heroes as tanks, few stick heroes as damage dealers, and few heroes as support healers and so on. And that is the backbone of your team. Or you can make like one team from 5 guys, and you have an extra team from 5 guys at the start of the game. I don't suggest you to do use like this many double heroes, except if you really need one, and I really needed at that time good healers, so I used 2 shamans, and there can be some combinations which can be overpowered, like this guy. You can use 2 or 3 of them, and you can basically make a half of team, and you can dominate this game if you have adequate artifacts, because this guy with the book of invisibility can do a lot of damage to teams, and they cannot touch him, and so on and so on. So I leave something for you to figure out. Just go into the game easy. There are a few difficulties. I would suggest you to try this game from the normal difficulty, because there will be some combinations among the many games you play which will devastate you, and you will maybe have trouble to overcome. So for the first time, go on normal so you can get the hang of the game. There is a lot of different classes, there is a lot of different items, and so on. Consumables are not so important, so at the beginning of the game I suggest you to sell them for the extra cash. If someone needs cheats for this game, for the money or anything like this, if it finds it hard, just contact me on YouTube or Discord as you like, and I'll make a video about it. So guys, I hope you found this helpful. If so, like, share and subscribe. See you all soon and have fun.